the best investment on earth is earth. The issue of say make a person get house, make a person get land.
Property matter na serious business, so one of the best investments wey person fit get for life.
When you talk about commercial, we listed them in that order: cooking, okay, electrical distribution, like things like that, issues of lighting, then heating, air conditioning, and then the next one we did not talk about before we close, which is very also in a way it's actually high in commercial fire, is intentional fires.
Say your mama dana sunle.
Commercial places. Okay, have you forgotten that even in the news we've had cases where they will say this building got bought, that building got bought? Intentional could be as a result of riots. Remember what happened in NSAS?
Okay.
Most of the commercial places that were in NSAS were intentional fires now.
And it's also part of fire incident.
Yes, now they occur often. And then some cases will be that maybe some things have happened in the office, or people don't want
the files to
so they will just set some places ablaze and all of that. So in commercial places, intentional fires are common.
I subscribe.
Yeah. They are very common, and it is after you deal with intentional fires that you can be talking about exposures, you can be talking about smoking and all of that for commercial places. Now, I haven't spoken about all of these types of fires. How can one prevent them from happening? That is the main crux of our
discussion. How to mitigate against fire incidents.
So, number one suggestion, not in any order, is education. Education. It is important that we educate ourselves about causes of fire and how to prevent them, what to do to prevent fire, you understand, and if fire should start, what to do to be able to put it under control. So education is one major thing that I would recommend, that we educate ourselves, educate everyone about fire risk and safety. Educate. So you see that in some organizations they do what they call fire drill. They have muster points, where they would have educated you that, hey, in case, number one, when you hear this sound, fire alarm, everybody should assemble here. We take head counts so that we are sure we are complete, and then we exit from there. Because it has happened in places whereby fire happens, everybody rushed out. They thought everybody is out. Meanwhile, there is somebody that could have been saved if they knew. But before they knew, they didn't do head count. Before they knew, it was too late. The person had died in the fire or things like that. So there is always a process, a procedure. Educate your people. Always have routine drill to ensure that people are aware.
They will come teach people how to use fire extinguisher.
Exactly.
Many offices get fire extinguisher, but it's not enough to have fire extinguisher. Something where you know sabi how to use am. Because it's just there. And another thing is, I feel most businesses or people who get fire extinguisher, most people, or let me say, permit me to say, 50% of people who carry fire extinguisher in their cars and at home have not used it before. We buy them in the car so that if police say stop, where is your fire extinguisher and everything, you just show them. And for offices, they even dey house, most houses, but for offices, e dey there because na part of the prerequisite for, you understand what I'm saying?
I know.
Like you rightly said, we try sensitize, make people sabi how to use am.
Educate.
Bí number one said about báwọn ó ṣe lò.
The funniest thing, some people even carry fire extinguisher in their cars. If you assess those things, they are expired.
Yes.
Or some of them, they are empty. There's nothing there. So they are just carrying it for the purpose of
where's your fire
fulfilling the law. And that's usually very funny. So it's actually very important, that we educate ourselves. I think that is one major. So you see in some offices, they will put notices there. Have you switched off all the appliances? and all of that. Is very to establish these processes is very important, and to educate people about the need for them is also very important, so that they can follow whatever it is that has been established. Okay, so number one I would recommend is education. Like I said, it's not in any particular order, but you need to educate your people regarding fire risk and safety. The other thing that you need to do is install fire alarms.
Okay.
Yes, it's very important. Install and test regularly fire alarms.
In fact, I subscribe to that one too, because some places fire no deal, they will just deliberately they want to, like the one wey you talk drill, they want to check the awareness of people towards this to say in case it happen. So you understand? So they will just on fire alarm.
Yes, it's very important that you actually do that.
Yes.
Because if you don't drill your people or test those things, you really don't know whether they would save you
or not
on the day that they are needed. And because we always
from
use
security they smoke. You know your security smokes. No problem, we no get problem with that one. But now still you go call. Oh yeah, you go call your name. Can you go on gen? And
the guy put
cigar for mouth.
Put cigar for mouth like this.
When this happens a lot, we know most gate men wey dey smoke, and their gate post na be this. See your generator house.
And your generator house be this. See your fuel, where you drop your fuel. Just drop your fuel beside your generator.
But most people.
Meanwhile, the environment is hot. That fuel,
there's every tendency wey you feel
can actually, yes. So you see a lot of residential homes or commercial places is fire related to starting from their gen areas and things like that.
Another one wey most people dey guilty of, that generator wey you talk. Maybe person dey was ball.
Yes.
I mean dey was one interesting film.
Yes.
So fuel wan finish inside your generator and you no wan make e die.
Yes.
So some people you go put the nose arrow.
And just as the gen dey work, we talk am last week.
And gen here dey ti gbona.
Yes.
Nothing wey remain pass bua.
Yes. Or you dey use your phone touchlight.
Say touchlight here to le. Touchlight
phone. You know say if your phone ring, if you catch fire beside generator. You know here say in filling stations they will tell you don't pick your phone, don't. Yes. You know, so it can catch fire. Have emergency numbers.
Yes. Number of
have emergency numbers.
Most of us don't know this number.
199 112. If you're in Nigeria, 199 112. We have those emergency numbers you can call so that you can easily call fire.
And it's also good we know the fire district wey dey our area.
Yes, know where is your fire. Go and make sure that you know it. Then insurance is another thing. Take insurance.
Take insurance.
I think that is.
Okay, thank you very much, our esteemed viewers. Most definitely we'll see you again next week. From myself and engineer Debo. Bye.
Shey you be estate agent, surveyor, town planner, or you dey into furniture and you go like make the world sabi your level? Come advertise with us on top property matter wey dey shele for WAP TV for every Tuesday 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. and on Saturdays 4:30 p.m. to 5 p.m.